Hi, my name is Andrew.
And my name is Eva. We are the Mgagus.
And this is our love story.
The first time I heard of Andrew, I was on leave, I remember. I was called and was told about the IT manager who had joined, but he had another membership in a different company. So I was supposed to give authorization for his new membership. And I gave a go ahead, but when I reached at work, I was very inquisitive to see who is this new IT manager. So the beauty about the system that it had people's photographs. So I checked him out. And yeah, he was an okay guy. I was like, it's okay. And it stopped there. But then that same year, I think Andrew was sent to Nairobi for training. Was it 4 months?
Yeah, 4 months.
Yeah. So it so happened during his 4 months, I was also sent to Nairobi to do system testing. So Andrew was there. I remember we were in his boss's office. He came and said hi. Yeah, I was with another colleague of ours. So when we were about to leave, he asked, I didn't have his number, but our colleague Doreen had his number because I think they used to work together more than me and him. So Doreen was like, Andrew is saying that we should go out. Doreen was a Kenyan, so for her she had plot. And for some reason by then I was also dating someone who was a Kenyan. So I also had plot. I was like, no, maybe just get in touch with him. So that's when I got his number. And since then, we never stopped chatting. So when he was in Nairobi, as we came back, so when he stayed in Nairobi, I don't remember for the other months, but we used to chat every day, just checking out how is he, has he eaten. He used to tell me he was homesick. So just being there for a friend. And of course, Snoop Me, that system also used to give dates of birth. So I also got to know about his date of birth, but knowing his date of birth as a friend. So we became friends. From friendship, he came back. Now from there, he started picking me up, even dropping me, but as a friend. Yes, and then I remember the first gift he gave me. It was a bag. It was a very beautiful bag, yeah, from Krishnama. Yes. Yes, and everyone was telling me, are you sure that guy is just a friend? I was like, yes, by the way, he's just a friend. And then from there, he used to come and visit me at home. I had our housemates. And you know, like having that friend where you argue about politics, you never agree on anything. Argue from, like, he used to come like at 6 and leave at 9 while we were just arguing. And then one day he also invited me at his home. Oh my God, he was creepy clean. And I think I asked him, you guys, I don't know what's cleaned this house. And By then he didn't know how to cook, but there was effort. He didn't cook, but he went and bought. There's a place at Tintina, those guys close shop, Lebanon's. He went and got nice food. He treated me with my friend, and my friend left. But it was as a friend. But then my housemate used to tell me, Dora used to tell me, Eva, there is something more. There is something more. So then I had a phobia of the relationship turning into something else, because I thought I would mess it up. I had gotten a good friend who really cares. So I was like, okay, now if we start dating, what happens? And I think when he asked me out, the first answer I told him, you know what, I don't want to mess this up. Our friendship is so nice. I don't want to mess it up. But then, you know, girls.
It was just natural. Yeah, started as a friendship and connected, and boom. This is it. We've known each other since 2014. We started dating in what, 2015?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said maybe, let's say August 2015.
Yeah, I don't know the particular date, but it's 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I accepted it. You know?
I don't know the date, but
I don't know the
2015.
details of the date. There was no proposal. Man, I waited for that proposal to come. It never came. I was just given a wedding date, but
What about at your introduction?
that was just an introduction. It was so that's when I said a proposal. Mama, man, I waited.
You waited.
I
So you
waited.
never get a proposal?
The guy would take me for dinners, and I'm thinking, that's zero. I asked my friends anything. Like, he hasn't contacted. No, the thing is that I don't know. I think the first time we did even the kuchala, I think I'd given up and I was like, you know what, let me do my masters. Then the next thing, I'm going to do exams, and someone is telling me, you know, we have to do a kuchala. I'm like, dude, I have exams. Like, we have to do a kuchala.
What I love about my wife is she's very focused. She's a smart lady. She's very hardworking, and she's very concerned about me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So yeah, we connect easily.
What I love about Andrew is that why I accepted him. No, what I love about him, because we were friends in the beginning. He's a principled person. When he wants something, he wants it, no matter the cost. He's principled, and he will push you from your comfort zone. So most of the times, even when at work I'm sulking, he'll tell you, he will look at it from the other people's point of view rather than from your point of view. So he really pushes you out of your comfort zone, and then I have 1,000 things that I love about him. So for you, if you're thinking from this kind of level, him is thinking from this kind of level. You're getting it? So he's always motivating you to move to a bigger level. So when you're looking also maybe for not looking for jobs, but if you're seeing a job, he'll tell you no. He'll point you to a bigger job. Then you're like, wait a minute, this guy, he has this confidence in me. Then the other thing that I really, really love about him is that Andrew loves kids. He really, really loves kids, even when we are dating. The relationship that he has with our nieces, for me, it was it for me. I was like, okay, if you have this relationship with your nieces, what will happen with our kids? And it's something that he has with our daughter. So you find that my daughter has a better relationship with the dad than me. I'm the disciplinarian. The dad is the good person, not me.
So,
you, honey?
what we love most about our wedding experience is that it was smooth. The most important thing was the church. So we chose the church from way back. So when we were growing up, at least for me, I attached value to the big, most important church in this country. So that's Rubaga Cathedral. So I told my wife that our wedding has to be there. So the logistics of having a wedding in Rubaga is quite intense. Several months of counseling and going there. And
yeah, I remember it was during COVID, and they had given us 3 p.m. and then by the time we booked, COVID wasn't there, so 3 p.m. was okay, very accommodative to the people who are attending. Now we're in COVID, 3 p.m. is no longer convenient. I think we had to we had to go back to the parish priest. He was very accommodative, because they told us either 8. 8 was a no-go for me. For me, I couldn't imagine myself 8. Then what happens to the rest of the day?
Yeah, so the church, it's always booked for the entire year. So at least we had it planned for the whole year. We wanted it to be in October, so we went there, and all the days we wanted were booked. So we had to make a compromise. And
he didn't want our wedding was on his birthday. That he didn't want it to be on his birthday. I really wanted it on his birthday.
So you can travel the gifts.
yeah. So the birthday thing was a bit of a compromise, because we wanted some dates in October, and it was fully booked. Now this is way like what, December or Jan, when the wedding would be in October. So that particular church is always fully booked for the whole year. Yeah, then the next thing about the wedding is, after we secured church, we kind of relaxed, went home and waited for many months. Then COVID came, and then we paid for a venue and then changed the venue. But it was very smooth. Most of the service providers were our friends. We knew each other from
It wasn't
the past.
smooth, honey. It wasn't that smooth. We lost some time because we were diagnosed with COVID. We had to be confined.
Yeah.
So that took a toll on organizing. But my husband is, yeah? Yeah, 2020,
Yeah,
yes.
2020.
Because we lost, I think, like a month, because we had to be confined. We had to tell friends, you know what, we can't see you, we can't do anything. So that kind of took a toll on our organization. But we had friends, we had family who continued to reach out. But I think at that moment, we prioritized life. So honey, it wasn't that smooth.
Yeah, really, but not at least no service provider gave us pretty much headache.
Because most of them were your friends.
Yeah, most of them were my friends. We had Suki too, and she's very reactive, so she would put us on too much pressure. So sometimes we would think that pressure is not necessary because we have everything under control. And she says, "See when do we meet?" You know, say, relax. So once we agreed on the venue, which was Monyonyo, we looked at the hall. We really wanted our wedding to be in a hall because we wanted to make sure that it's not interrupted by rains and all that. And then, of course, the first hall we selected, when we took there, the decor person said you should have chosen another hall, maybe this, maybe the lighting is not right, maybe the windows and all that. So we had to go back there again.
There's a lot of fuss and decoration.
But the other hall, which the service provider wanted, had been taken. So we had to zero down to the hall that, at least for us, we wanted. A much smaller hall so that it's, in our mind, we thought that it is easy to decorate and all that. And then, once the venue was in place, then everything else was...
What about my gown?
Pretty much okay. About her gown? Yeah, we selected her gown together. Yeah, she showed me what she wants.
In 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No. I know what I wanted. And then he told me, you know what, honey, he usually chooses things for me and buys my clothes. It's like, are you sure you don't want me to look at the gown? Are you sure? So we're going to Fatuma Asha. I was like, let's go. So we reached at Fatuma's. I showed her that I wanted to get a gown from Pronovius. It's one of the best gown, if you know, in the world. But it's in Italy, it's in Spain. Just shipping a gown during COVID would have been hell. So I got a gown from one of their sites. I took it to Fatuma. Fatuma said, you know what, this gown, we can make it better. And I was with him. And he said, we'll do this. He will love it. And then within 20 minutes, we are out of his office, out of her office.
Yeah, but she was also very good because she actually drew the gown on a piece of paper. So we thought, once she drew it, we said, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So that
then on the venue, on the very day of the wedding, things were pretty smooth. Everyone turned up the time they were supposed to turn up. Photography.
Our chairman was strict.
Yeah, but we also never had any other people. We were just the two of us and the best man and the bridesmaid.
Yes, but also the chairman really contributed.
Matron.
He was like, time, salon, get out. Photography, you're done. It's time for food. It's time for this. I don't know why he's not doing it for a living, but
I think
did a good job.
It's important. So we choose. So for us, we never had all these weddings that have, 6, 8 boys, guys, and then girls. Was just the two of us. So I guess there was no drama to wait for who, then choose all those clothes, and people don't like this. So for us, it was smooth. Logistic-wise, even the cars are fuel.
The service providers were good.
Service providers were good.
Yeah, I would recommend them anytime.
Yeah. If we are to do it again, knowing what we know now, if we are to do it again, maybe we would have gotten in a local popular band, like maybe Afrigo, so that
Chimera was good.
yeah, the band was good, was very good. Everybody said that they were good. But maybe they played a lot of English and once wedding, their parents, all those guys. But maybe we would have gotten in like
Afrigo.
Afrigo. If we do it and we have money, we would have our guy Chimera,
And then also have Afrigo on the side.
and then we have Afrigo on the side.
We could do that on our 20th anniversary.
Yeah, so that we enjoy, they enjoy.
You enjoy and the parents also enjoy.
Yes. Then maybe it would, if we had to do it again, maybe it would take a bit of, maybe it would end slightly late because it was during curfew times.
And the crowds. The crowds are few.
But also the other thing about it is that if we also chose not to have very many guests. So
I would choose very many people.
yeah, but
If
by
I
that
had
time,
the
by
if
that
we
time
have the money.
that time we were not allowed to have many guests. So they are relatives, they are people we decided to invite one person, especially if we knew you, we would just invite you and tell you that please don't come with a wife because you understand all our siblings didn't come with their children. Yeah, so if we had to do it again, maybe we'll do a wedding that has all our siblings with their children so that they enjoy maybe their uncle's wedding or what, but
And all the relatives.
yeah. But they knew there was a wedding and for some reason they were having pictures and they were posting them.
Me, I think it was in church. We had chosen a song to walk down the aisle. That song, what is it? That Luganda song. It's you who chose it. It was a beautiful song. It was a very beautiful song. But before Chimera sang that song, because Chimera was there, I asked him, please, I don't want it to be the normal. If you can sing for me while I walk down the aisle. But before he did what he sang that song, he sang our favorite song in church. Remember When by Alan Jackson. I was like, wow, I wish they could allow me to walk down the aisle on that song. He just sang for about 5-10 seconds. For me, that song was like, well, now this is a journey, because when I listen to the lyrics of that song, I just see my life with my husband. Yeah, so for me, yeah, but then also the other song that he sang later, for me those were other moments. I was like, well, we were already staying together, but for me, that was it, like a new journey.
I think for me the fondest memories of the wedding was in church again, because mostly people don't turn up in church, and for us we paid particular attention to the church. So when we came and there were many people in church, almost 70% of the people that we had invited were actually there in church. Actually, there were some people we hadn't invited to the reception but turned up in church. So we were very proud of that moment, that there was enough coverage in the church for people. We really never wanted to have an empty church. Yeah, and we thought that was very important. Yeah. So marriage is a very interesting place to be in. teaches you to be accommodative, because you are two people that haven't grown up together and maybe had different aspirations in life, but I get to know what my wife wants, and and she gets to know what I want, and we accommodate each other, and we are happy like that.
So you accommodate me that much?
Yeah, don't you accommodate me as well? But the other thing about marriage is that, life is very, very busy these days, and it's very stressing. So it's important to have a person you can talk to and not just say, how was work? It was busy, but, just express yourself. Somebody hears you out, which is not very regular these days. Work. So I think that's the biggest plus about marriage these days, that you live with somebody that you can fully express about a day, about a problem, about a dream, about an opportunity. Yeah. And encourage each other.
I think you've said it.
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. So we like to appreciate. So we had very many vendors. All of them were very particular to us, and they all turned out to be very good. Of course, the church, if you regard them as vendors, the church was there. We feared that maybe because of COVID, it was a public holiday, maybe there would be an issue, but I think when you have a place like Rubaga, if they give you a time slot, even if there was the most important event in the country, they would not give out your slot. Now, of course, we had a wedding in Munyonyo. I think the Munyonyo people are very, very professional. The food was great. The hall is there. The accommodation after the wedding, changing room, was good.
And their prices were reasonable. We must really appreciate them. We are still young. We are still a young couple. It's something that can be
it is affordable. Yeah, we got a good discount for them, maybe because of COVID, but we got a good discount, so it was a good place. And then we had Suki. Suki calls herself the outfit destination. So she's our friend. So she was really like the planner, deco, and coordinate several other guys. Then we had Makula Pictures.
Yes, I didn't know you. Now I know you, courtesy of my husband.
So Makula is also a friend, so he was there, and it's quite reliable. The pictures were good, the video was good.
They went viral.
Yes. So the other thing about our service providers is that they posted our pictures all over the place. So then we had who else? Martin Larry for at least for the groom's side. Quite a reliable guy, very, very particular. He tells you what's trending, what is timeless, what is good but overly used and discourages you about it. So he's very, very particular with his clients. And then you had
we had Fatuma Asha. Yeah, she was so professional. She'll pick your call. If she doesn't pick your call, she'll send you a text, and you do not have to remind her that my dress. I think I did 2 fittings. Yeah, I did 2 fittings with Fatuma, and all those times I did the fittings, they were beyond my expectations. Then we had Serene Beauty. They appreciate time. Like if you tell them church is at this time, by that time, if you want to be finished at a specific time, they make sure you are ready. Yeah. Then we had the cake, Amani. Yeah, everyone the people who took the cake that we gave out were like they were on point. Yes, so Amani cakes was also good, great. Yeah. Then Chimera.
Yes,
made
we
our day.
We had Sam Chimera.
Sam Chimera.
And the band, he came with the sound. I mean, the DJ
and the beauty about the service providers that we use, we didn't have to go back and forth with them. So when we were agreeing, they'll give us the particulars of what we needed, and we decided, and they really committed. We didn't have to be there to say, Chimera, have you set up? Yeah. He was there.
Chimera is the only service provider we paid in full. We told him, yeah man, we found him at church. He works at a certain church, so we found him there. We paid him full and told him, if you don't show up, we'll be on you. Then we had Zambari.
Oh yeah. That guy made it. I think everyone was happy.
Yeah. We got to him quite late. But he's quite a good MC. He knows the language, because it was very important that we get an MC who will speak in Luganda.
You would think he had known us forever.
Yeah, but yeah, he actually, it's like he does a background check on you, but I guess he's just talented like that. Then there is a guy of the cars. He's called Frederick.
Yeah, that one was also
yeah. Is a guy I would recommend any day. I should say, he was very cheap, to an extent that we doubted his services. That he sent us pictures, the cars that were double the price, he gave them to us at half the price, because he said that the cars are owned by him. It was such a surprise that we doubted it until he showed up with the cars. And he was there, took us to wherever we had agreed, and even gives refreshment while in the car. He asks you, the guy, if you have a bit of phobia, whether he can give you something, like he can give you a beer to just gain your confidence. But Frederick is a guy I would recommend any day.
Thank you for watching our love story. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel.